You think you're taking care of your car. You think you've been doing everything right. But let me stop you right there. If you've been setting your tire pressure to the number printed on your door sticker, you might be wearing out your tires faster, burning more fuel, and reducing your car's performance without even realizing it. I know what you're thinking. That number is there for a reason. You're right, but it's not the reason you think. And once you understand what that number actually means, you'll never blindly follow it again. Let me tell you what happened. I bought a brand new set of premium tires, rated for long life, high mileage warranty, not cheap. I maintained them perfectly. Every month, I checked the pressure, exactly the number listed on the driver's side door. I rotated them on schedule. Alignment was correct. Suspension was fine. Everything by the book. But at less than 20,000 miles, the outer edges of my tires were nearly bald. The center still had tread, but the shoulders were destroyed. I couldn't believe it. So I went to a tire shop. The technician looked at the wear pattern and immediately asked, "What pressure are you running?" I answered confidently, "The factory recommended pressure." He nodded slowly. That explains it. And that's when I learned something almost nobody talks about. The number on your door jamb is not your tire's optimal pressure. It's the minimum safe pressure for maximum load. Let that sink in. Car manufacturers assume a worst-case scenario when calculating that number. They assume 5 passengers, a full trunk, a highway speeds, hot conditions, a maximum rated vehicle weight. They calculate the lowest pressure needed to safely carry that maximum load. And that number goes on your door sticker. For most vehicles, that's somewhere between 30 and 35 PSI. But here's the real question. How often are you actually driving fully loaded? Most days, it's just you. Maybe one passenger. Maybe a laptop bag. Nowhere near maximum load. So what happens when you run a pressure designed for heavy load? While driving light, the tire flexes too much. The sidewalls bend more than they should. The contact patch changes shape. And instead of distributing weight evenly across the tread, the outer edges take more stress. Over time, those edges wear faster. Exactly what happened to me. The tire looked fine in the middle, but the shoulders were gone. That's thousands of miles lost, and hundreds of dollars wasted. So I started researching. Every tire has a maximum pressure rating molded into the sidewall. It might say something like, max pressure 51 PSI cold. That number is the maximum safe pressure at maximum load. Now here's where things get interesting. Optimal wear and fuel efficiency often occur well below that max rating, but higher than the door sticker number. Not maxed out, not extreme, just moderately higher. So I ran an experiment. Instead of blindly following the door sticker, I increased pressure slightly, still safely below the tire's maximum rating. The results? Completely different wear pattern, even across the entire tread. Better steering response, more stable highway driving, and surprisingly, better fuel economy. Here's why. When tire pressure is too low, rolling resistance increases. The tire deforms more as it rotates. That deformation wastes energy. Your engine works harder. Higher but safe pressure reduces that flex. Less flex means less resistance. Less resistance means better MPG. Even a small improvement in fuel economy adds up over a year. Now let me address something important. I'm not saying overinflate your tires. Overinflation means exceeding the maximum PSI printed on the sidewall. Never do that. As tires heat up during driving, pressure increases. Going beyond safe limits can be dangerous. This isn't about pushing limits. It's about optimizing within safe boundaries. Now let's talk about another myth. The TPMS warning light. Most people think, if my tire pressure was wrong, the light would come on. No. That system is designed for emergencies. It usually activates when pressure drops about 25% below recommended. If your recommended pressure is 32 psi, the warning light might not turn on until around 24 psi. That's dangerously low. By that point, your tires have already been suffering. TPMS is not a maintenance tool. It's a last warning, and by the time you see it, damage may already be happening. Another factor nobody explains properly is temperature. For every 10-degree drop in temperature, tire pressure drops roughly 1 PSI. So when seasons change, your tire pressure changes. If you never adjust it, you could be driving significantly underinflated without knowing. And underinflated tires don't just wear faster. They increase braking distance, reduce steering precision, build excess heat, increase blowout risk, reduce fuel economy. And here's something interesting about braking. People assume a larger contact patch from low pressure means better grip. But excessive flex actually reduces stability under hard braking. A properly inflated tire maintains structure. Structure equals predictability. Predictability equals control. And control equals safety. Now let's talk about ride comfort. Yes, higher pressure can make the ride slightly firmer. But modern suspensions absorb most small bumps anyway. The difference is often smaller than people expect. And in exchange, you gain a better tire life, improved handling, a better fuel efficiency, a more consistent wear. That trade-off is worth it for many drivers. So how do you find your ideal pressure? Here's a smart approach. Start with the door sticker number. Increase by 4 to 6 PSI. Drive normally for a few weeks. Then inspect tread wear carefully. If edges wear faster, pressure still too low. If center wears faster, pressure too high. If wear is even, you found your sweet spot. Most passenger vehicles, driven lightly loaded, end up in the high 30s to low 40s PSI range. But every car and tire is different. The key is observation, not blind obedience. Now, why don't manufacturers explain this clearly? 3 main reasons. First, liability. They must assume worst-case loading. Second, comfort. Lower pressure feels softer in short test drives. Third, simplicity. One universal number is easier for the average consumer. But optimal ownership requires more understanding than that. The door sticker number isn't wrong. It's conservative. It's safe. It's a baseline. But it's not always optimal for real-world daily driving. The bottom line is simple. If you're driving lightly loaded most of the time, running slightly higher, safely within your tire's limits, can give you longer tire life, better MPG, improved handling, more predictable braking, all from adjusting air. No upgrades, no modifications, no expensive parts, just understanding how your tires actually work. And now you do. If this changed the way you look at that little sticker on your door, hit like, subscribe, because sometimes the most expensive mistakes are the ones we think we're doing right.